Hello and welcome to the PS product demonstration for Advanced Folder Store component. Today we will see how Advanced Folder Store 1 component can allow files to be copied into any local or network directory under specific user credentials. This component can be used to create dynamic folder names and locations just like the Send to Folder component. However, a lot of times a document needs to be routed to a location which is not accessible through the AutoStore service credentials and require special privileges. The Advanced Folder Store can impersonate a user and thus can be a great help in this situation. This component can also be used to send files to other type of shares which are not supported by the current Send to Folder today. For example, a user may use this component to send documents to a Unix share location since it mandates the passing of credentials along with the documents too. So let's navigate to the functionalities of this component. In this example, we will be routing a document to a folder location which is not accessible by the current AutoStore service account. So we have a very simple configuration consisting of auto capture and Advanced Folder Store, and the service account used here is psus/abhijit. The folder where we need to send the documents to is in a network location, and this folder is owned solely by psus/dank, and nobody else has access to this folder. So we go back and configure the form called Send to Folder, and through that we configure this component. The configuration of this component is pretty straightforward. The folder path is the path to the folder where input documents will be copied. We can enter the path manually or click and select the directory from the folder tree as well. We can have an option to overwrite the existing file. We have an option to rename the output documents based on the template specified in the schema field here. The impersonating group consists of domain, username, and password. The domain is optional, but username and password are mandatory. The username belongs to the domain, and the password should be specific to the username as well. The encrypt and mask out password can encrypt the password and can mask the whole password with a series of asterisks. The logon type and logon provider for this first version of the component is only new credentials and WinNT50. But as we go and move on to successive versions, this will provide more options in the drop-down. Once we are done configuring the component, we can come out of it and go to our location where we have a lot of sample files. Let's send the health insurance claim form to that folder. The current properties of this document show that this is owned exclusively by Abhijit, and when we send it to the folder location, it has to be able to go there and impersonate based on the properties of this folder, which is purely owned by Dan Corbini. So we go back to the sample files and send this document to the Advanced Folder Store, and the status monitor shows that we attempted to send the file, and there we go, the document was routed successfully. We go back to our folder location, and sure enough, there's a file here. When we check the properties of this file, it shows that it's now owned by Dan Corbini. So this completes our demonstration for Advanced Folder Store today, and thank you for your time. If you require further information on the PS customization, you can download the PS catalog and reach out to your NSI regional sales point of contact to request a quotation for PS software and services.